My brother has always been special, at least compared to me. He's only 2 years younger than me, but he's more academically gifted and knows how to talk. And he's even taller than me, which was something that I resented a little as we grew up together. My brother is a social kind of guy, loves talking and making friends. He's a little hot-headed, but that's not something that we inherited from our father's family. But if there's something that differentiated my brother from the rest of us, is that he's very susceptible to things unseen by naked eyes. Our family is fairly religious, which is typical for people in Malaysia. So, whenever there's something supernatural happening, expect religion to play an important part in dealing with it. How it relates to my brother is because he was so weak to the unseen things. Here, we call it kena sampuk, or get spooked. At least during our childhood, my brother kena sampuk twice, and each time it was so traumatizing that there's no way I can forget about it. The first time it happened when he was around 10. He went out to play in the evening before returning home, somehow looking awfully quiet. At first, we didn't think much about this, but after we finished our Maghrib prayer, my brother huddled himself at one corner and started crying. When we asked him why, he began babbling and saying some nonsensical stuff. So we thought that he got spooked while he was playing, so we decided to bring him to my grandparents' house and try to get him treated. He slowly turned violent, thrashing about, forcing us to keep him down. After a while, a relative of ours, an alternative medicine practitioner, showed up. He started praying before reciting Adzan, and once he finished, my brother fell asleep. When he woke up, he looked tired, but still coherent enough that he could describe that he was seeing while he was in that state. He told us that he saw everything around him differently, our faces morphing into something hideous, something demonic. Furniture and pictures on the wall began moving on their own, sprouting faces of their own. But at least the ordeal was over, and my brother recovered. But then, 2 years later, when he was 12, the same thing happened to him again. This time, he became even more violent than before, and we had to restrain him while waiting for someone to treat him. He cried uncontrollably, his toes curling and his body shaking the entire time. This time, it took more than just Adzan. The treatment lasted almost an hour before he finally calmed down. This time, he couldn't recall what he was seeing, but it was certainly a horrible experience for him. Ever since then, my father never allowed him to go out on his own at night. Whenever we have to go out at night, we never asked him to open the front gate. And it went on until we became adults. He no longer has any trouble going out at night, but sometimes, whenever we hang out at night, I will never tell him to open the front gate of our parents' house, even though I'm the one driving. Perhaps it's just brotherly instinct, because the image of him screaming and thrashing has forever been seared into my mind. He will soon get married next year, and I'm sure the same thing won't happen to him. But sometimes I can't help but open the front gate at night for him, rather than letting him do it. But sometimes I can't help but open the front gate at night for him, rather than letting him do it.